sits on the plow blades outside. The depot is closed. Snow waits in the yard. No engine is warming yet. The mountain road is still dark beyond the gate. Inside, the building holds a dry, low warmth. The trucks stand in their bays and do nothing. The nearest plow faces the door. Packed snow clings to the steel edge. A chain hangs from the front mount. One wet link catches the ceiling light. The windshield is black. Only the bay lamps live in it. A wiper has been left raised from the glass. Its blade draws one dark line across the window. The floor keeps old marks from slush and salt. Pale tire arcs turn under the trucks. Gravel has gathered near the drain. A little water stays there, flat and cold. Near the side wall, a workbench holds gloves, a thermos, and a folded route sheet. The gloves are dark at the cuffs. The thermos is closed. The paper beneath it shows a green line climbing toward the West Pass. A pin lies on the sheet, not clipped, not straight, just left there. Above the bench, orange vests hang from hooks. One hangs lower than the rest. Its silver strip flashes once when warm air moves through the bay. Then the strip goes dull again. At the back of the room, the salt hopper waits under the chute. White grains have spilled onto the floor. They fan out across the concrete and stop before the drain. The drain is wet but quiet. A thin skin of old meltwater lies around it. It is not frozen. It only looks cold. The depot makes a few small sounds and keeps them small. A heater pushes air through a metal grill. A fan turns somewhere above the office. Something in the rafters clicks once. Nothing follows. Outside the bay doors, snowbanks line the fence. A yard lamp turns them pale. Beyond the lamp, the road rises once and disappears into dark pines. No headlights reach the yard. No radio asks for a route check. The depot keeps its own hour. At the office window, blinds are half open. Inside, the desk lamp is off. A computer screen is black. A mug sits on a stack of forms and leaves a dry ring on the top page. The office feels asleep. The bay does not. The bay is only waiting. A district map hangs on cork by the office door. Red roads climb through white ground. A red pin marks the depot. Blue pins mark sheds farther up the pass. One corner of the map has lifted a little. It bends inward. The push pin keeps it from curling farther. Beside the map, a weather radio glows green. The screen shows one county line. Nothing scrolls. No alert bar appears. At the tool cage, wrenches hang in dark rows on a pegboard. One space is empty. A wrench is missing from its shape. The gap is plain and quiet. A push broom leans by the cage. Its bristles are stiff with salt. Two burned initials darken the wood near the top. The broom stays at the same angle as yesterday. Near the last truck, a bucket of sand sits with its scoop handle tilted out. The scoop is dusted white The rim of the bucket is cracked on one side. No hand reaches for it. A pair of tire chains rests in a black tray on the floor. They are folded in on themselves. One cross-link lies over another in a rough X. A little melt shines between them. The nearest side mirror holds a small square of baylight. The square shakes once when the heater air moves through. Then the mirror goes dark again. The room is not dramatic. It is useful. Steel doors, cold glass, concrete, rubber, road names under a thermos. At the far wall, a snow brush stands near the sink. Blue tape wraps one crack in the handle. The tape has wrinkled at the edge. It still holds. The sink is dry. A hose hangs below it. A pale soap ring circles the drain and fades into steel. Outside, a little wind pushes loose snow against the doors. It makes no sound inside. The seals hold. The depot stays low and steady before the mountain roads open. Blades waiting by the doors. Vests on hooks. Salt by the hopper. A road still hidden beyond the yard. Nothing needs to leave yet. Nothing has fallen behind. Morning has not reached the pass. Near the first truck, an amber roof beacon sits dark under a crust of snow. The snow has hardened at the base. The lens stays dull and still. At the edge of the bench, a lunch cooler rests on the floor. The lid is snapped shut. One corner is scuffed white. A folded paper towel lies nearby. Its edge has curled from damp air. The heater stirs it once. Then it falls flat again. The wall clock above the office door steps forward in red silence. No one looks up. The trucks keep waiting. A faint smell of salt, diesel, and cold rubber stays in the air. It belongs to long roads, not to motion. The depot keeps it close through the last quiet hour. The blades remain in here, still. The side bay is quieter. Smaller trucks stand there in a shorter row. Their blades are narrower. Their cabs sit higher over the floor. One truck carries a spreader on the back. The hopper lid is shut. Salt has crusted pale along the rim. A route card lies on the dash behind the glass. East Pass, School Road, Creek Turn. The letters are thick and plain. A knitted cap rests on the passenger seat. It has fallen sideways against the door. No one has picked it up. Beside the truck, a rack holds shovels and ice scrapers. The blades face down. Meltwater has dried on the metal edges. One long scraper leans away from the others. Its red grip is split near the end. Black tape has wrapped the split once. That is enough. Across the bay, a tire rack stands by the cinder block wall. Mud tires are stacked in heavy black rings. A little snow has melted under the bottom row and left a dark halo. The halo does not spread. The floor has taken enough for now. A small office window looks into dispatch. The light there is lower than the bay light. A screen glows blue on the desk. The screen is too far to read. It could be weather. It could be route timing. From here, it is only a blue square in a quiet room. A corkboard hangs beside the window. Paper notices overlap there in tired corners. One sheet says, "Chains required after summit marker 9." Another has a pencil arrow beside the word radio. The pencil line is faint. It may have been there for weeks. At the chain shelf, heavy loops hang from pegs in matched pairs. Each chain is darker near the lower links. A little grit sits on the tray beneath them. A cardboard glove box rests below the shelf. The top glove points thumb up toward the ceiling. The box has softened at one damp corner. No hand reaches inside. No chain is lifted. The storm can wait another hour. Outside the side windows, the yard narrows between snowbanks. A fuel tank sits beyond the fence. Its round side reflects one blurred stripe of light. Near the tank, a plowed ridge has frozen into rough, white lumps. The ridge looks bright where the lamp finds it. Past that, the dark takes over again. The mountain does not show itself fully from here. Only the first rise is visible. The road curves out and disappears behind piled snow. At the wash sink, a stiff hose hangs over a steel hook. The nozzle points toward the drain. A pale ring from old soap marks the basin edge. A pair of earmuffs sits on the shelf above. One cup faces inward. The headband keeps a curve from long use. Warm air moves along the lower wall. It reaches the hanging chains and does nothing to them. The links stay heavy and still. Somewhere above the rafters, wind runs once along the roof seam. Then the building grows quiet again. A push broom rests near the hopper. Its bristles are packed with white grains. The handle has 2 initials burned near the top. The letters are small. They sit there like part of the wood. The broom keeps leaning at the same angle. At the far end, the roller door has narrow windows. Frost has formed at the corners of each pane. The middle stays clear enough to show the yard lamp. Snow crosses the glass in thin, moving streaks. Each streak appears for a second, then it is gone. On the work table below, a lunch cooler sits with the lid snapped shut. A reflective strip runs across the side. It catches the overhead light and goes dull again. Next to it, reading glasses rest on an upside-down work order. One arm is folded, the other is not. The glasses make the page feel personal. The whole room does that. Hard work, but familiar work. At the dispatch room door, a peg holds a ring of keys. One tag says radio room, another says fuel gate. The ring hangs against painted metal and does not move. The blue screen in dispatch shifts by a shade. Not enough to change the bay, only enough to show that the system is awake. The side bay stays where it is. Trucks in line, chains on pegs, snow beyond the windows. Nothing has to leave yet. Nothing is behind. The road can stay closed beneath the dark pass a little longer. At the nearest cab, a windshield wiper is raised off the glass. Its blade casts a narrow shadow on the snow dust below. The shadow stays straight and thin. A clipboard on the dash has slid slightly to one side. It rests against the wheel. The page beneath it is blank. Near the door track, old gravel has collected in the corner where boots knock it loose. The pieces are brown, black, and pale with salt. They stay in a little crescent against the steel. A red fire extinguisher hangs by the post. Its pin is in place. The tag curls slightly at the bottom edge. The room feels close to movement. Not movement yet, only the shape of it. Soon hands will reach for keys. Soon chains will lift from the pegs. Soon the first cab light will turn on and make the bay brighter than the ceiling ever does. Not now. For now, the side bay keeps its small waiting details. The fallen cap, the split grip. A pale line begins beyond the yard lamps. The depot does not brighten at once. The trucks keep their heavy shapes under the same low lights. Outside the bay doors, the yard has more edges now. Snowbanks stand higher than they did in the dark. The gate chain is easier to see. The first turn uphill is still empty. Snow poles rise from the shoulder in a neat line. Beyond them, the pass remains closed to sight. Inside, the nearest plow keeps its blade lifted off the floor. The thin white edge on the steel has not melted. A drop hangs under one bolt and stays there. The chain at the front mount is easier to see now. Each link is dark except for one small wet side. When the heater stirs the air, that edge flashes and goes dim again. At the workbench, the gloves are where they were left. The thermos still leans over the route sheet. The page beneath it shows the green line around the ridge bend. In the office, the desk lamp is off. The blue computer screen has gone pale with morning. A stack of forms beside the mug keeps the same round stain. The weather radio on the shelf still glows green. County text remains on the line. Nothing scrolls, nothing beeps. The district map by the office door takes more light now. The red depot pin is clearer. The blue pins higher on the pass sit in blank white country above the road lines. One lifted corner of the map bends in a little farther. Then it stops where the pin holds it. The movement is almost nothing. Near the sink, the hose keeps its loose loop. The soap ring around the basin looks wider now. Grit still sits along the base of the wall in a low, dirty line. The salt hopper at the back of the depot is brighter in the new gray. Spilled grains on the floor look more like sugar now. The fan shape reaches toward the drain and ends before it gets there. The dull skin over the old puddle has gone clear again. It was never ice. It was only cold water learning the floor. At the broom by the hopper, the burned initials in the handle show more clearly. 2 dark letters. No one reads them aloud. They belong to hands that are not here yet. A pair of of tire chains still rests in the tray by the nearest truck. One crosslink lies over the next in a neat, heavy X. The metal stays dark and patient. Through the roller door windows, the yard lamp is weaker against the sky. Snow still crosses the panes in small, loose streaks. Each streak appears for a second and is gone. The sign bay keeps its own order. Raised wiper blade, cap on the passenger seat, clipboard on the dash. No one enters the cab. No door opens. The trucks do not need to prove they are ready. At the key peg by the dispatch room door, the locker ring hangs against the metal. Radio room, fuel gate, shop 2. The tags stay still. The dispatch screen inside the office changes by one shade, then another. Whatever system is waking there does it quietly. A small sound comes from the heater again. One click. Then warm air continues over the lower wall and under the trucks. Nothing follows it. The overhead lights remain low. The floor keeps the same pale arcs of old slush. Outside, a plow marker on the fence line shows bright orange in the first gray. The color is sudden after so much white and black. Then it settles into the yard like everything else. Near the far truck, a coffee cup sits on the concrete beside a tire. The lid is on. A dark ring has formed under it and dried there. The cup is easy to miss among the tire shadows. The morning makes it visible. That is all. At the chain shelf, the cardboard glove box has softened a little more at one corner. The top glove still points thumb up. The damp has not reached the rest. The fuel tank outside the side window has lost its blurred stripe of light. Now it is only a gray cylinder with frost near the lower seam. The plowed ridge beside it stays hard and rough. A long pass of wind goes over the roof. Not loud, just enough to remind the building where it sits. Then the sound is gone. The depot returns to heater air, metal weight, and the road waiting outside. This hour always feels close to movement. Not movement yet, only the shape of it. Soon engines will turn. Soon doors will rise. Soon headlights will draw lines across the yard. But not now. For now the trucks still stand in their bays. The route sheet stays under the thermos. The road remains out past the gate and out past the first bend. The mountain keeps its dark line beyond the yard. The depot keeps its small, warm order beneath it. At the nearest mirror, the baylight reflection has faded in the growing gray. The glass now holds more of the open yard. Snowbank, fence, lamppost. The mirror does not shake. The truck does not wake. The depot keeps its last quiet before the mountain roads open. The plow blades outside stay blue with cold. The yard waits. The pass waits. Morning comes slowly.